People in need in our communities often become invisible. The returning veterans, the elderly that we don't see. They're folks with mental challenges or intellectual disabilities. It's easy to ignore the needs and the hurts in our community, but they're there and they're growing.
I had already lost my mom and my wife, and I was homeless, and I had a lot of other things going on in my life that wouldn't allow me to make any progress.
I never thought I'd be in that position. I worked, I had a house, I got sick, and I lost some of my lungs, so I couldn't work anymore.
He was 14 years old. When Donovan got sick, I didn't qualify for the family medical leave of absence, you know, so I had to give my job up.
I was dead. I was void inside. And the way I looked, you would have thought the same thing. You know, there wasn't no dignity here. I couldn't have smiled. I couldn't even talk.
The primary care doctor came in, he said, well, Miss Hills, the radiologist and the oncologist are gonna come talk to you. And when he said oncologist, you know, I knew.
I never thought I'd be out in the street or living in the street. I lived under a plastic bag for 3 days. I couldn't understand the position I was in, and I was floundering. I didn't know where to go, what to do, until somebody referred me here.
We're the charity that uplifts all people, no matter what their circumstance. What that's brought us to are those that are the most vulnerable, the most disenfranchised, the folks who have no place else to turn but to us. When times are the toughest for our culture, for our society, our demands go up. We're the charity that steps forward when the task is the most difficult for those vulnerable people. It'll take different shapes and forms, but we did it for over 2.5 million people last year. This last year was a very exciting year as we moved even more aggressively into an area serving veterans. More and more veterans returning home from service, more and more veterans aging and needing different kinds of services.
They have a real good program here because they focus on the veterans. It's a tight-knit community. A lot of the vets would be lost without places like these.
We derive some wonderful support from folks like the Home Depot Foundation, recognizing us as one of the best providers of this kind of care in the country. And so they generously gave us additional support to expand our services.
Every single service that the Volunteers of America is involved with across the country is directed towards helping people achieve their greatest potential.
Ready?
At 116 years old, Volunteers of America has been through everything. You name it, and we do it somewhere.
Oh, this is nice.
When we met the Volunteers of America workers, they knew our name, they knew our situation, you know, and they just welcomed us with open arms.
Hey, how are you doing?
Chris was here and she was wonderful. She took me in and did all the paperwork for me. And Shannon was wonderful. They helped me through everything, and they understood. It was like they wrapped their arms around me and protected me.
They gave me a new perspective. They gave me some hope. Counselors here, they've been over backwards. You know, they try to show you the way on this journey of life, man. They've been over backwards, and I know they did. I know they did for me.
She was working every day to find somewhere decent, somewhere accessible. They were taking care of me while I was taking care of Donovan.
Without Volunteers of America, I don't know where I'd be.
This is our church, right here, where we are giving service. This is how we worship.
Volunteers of America can help create these safe places for folks. And if we can provide that and help someone put their life back together, our communities are better, the people are better, everyone wins when that happens.
You cannot walk into one of our facilities without picking up on the fact that this is different. I've been in other human service facilities. Well, what's different is You feel the love that's in it. That's what it is. You know, you don't have to put a chemical equation with it. It's love.
The love, the dedication, and the commitment of these folks is greater than I've ever seen in any other organization I've been involved in.
I think the one thing people should know is that we're here in the local community, serving local needs, often the invisible, hurting people in our community, and we're here to transform and help uplift their lives. And we need help to do that.
I think people should find out about Volunteers of America.
They saved my life. They really did. They gave me some courage. They lifted me up.
I appreciate everything they've done for me.
If it wasn't for the Volunteers of America, I don't know where I would be. Just think if the people wouldn't give, what would we do?
It's a real privilege to play a small part in this organization for all the good that they've done, and they continue to do.
They were godsend, because without this place, I don't know what I'd be doing. They saved my life.
It is a special place.